Now at 9, muted milestone, the University of Southern California is facing some major backlash after a decision was made regarding graduation. See what sparked such an outroar.
And in Chicago, dozens were arrested in a pro-Palestine protest, why so many people face arrest after nearly shutting down the city.
Plus, there's major flooding in the Middle East, how Dubai is holding up after these major storms.
United Airlines is reviewing their guidelines after some major safety concerns, what those revisions might look like.
And a couple more nice days, but we've got some rumbling going on before a big change in our temperatures. I'll detail all that in my full forecast. NewsLink Indiana Tonight starts right now.
Local news about local people, live from Ball State Unified Media. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and thank you for joining us at 9. I'm Alex Almanza.
And I'm Kamara Munn.
Now, the University of Southern California has canceled its Muslim valedictorian's commencement speech, citing security concerns. Now, Asna Tabassum would have delivered her speech on May 10th. But in an online campus-wide letter, the provost said over the past several days, discussions on the valedictorian selection took an alarming tone. He said the intensity of feelings fueled by social media and the ongoing conflict in the Middle East grew to include a number of voices outside of the university. Now, the USC provost added that it's created substantial risks to security for the ceremony. Tabassum says that she's shocked and profoundly disappointed that the university is succumbing to a campaign of hate meant to silence her voice.
I think the thing that is at the core of this is that it's not about my speech, right? And reinstating my speech is only part of the battle here. I think something more important to consider is the implications and the social commentary behind this decision and what it points to in terms of the university's values. Creating an environment in which I'm revoked by my speech privileges comments to the university's commitment to academic security, academic integrity, and academic discourse, right?
And over here in the Midwest, dozens were arrested during pro-Palestine protests in Chicago yesterday. Chicago police said they arrested 54 people between protests downtown and O'Hare Airport. Calls for change in the Middle East devolved into chaos as police clashed with demonstrators. Punches were thrown as the crowd shoved and wrestled in the streets. The protests brought traffic to a standstill in various parts of the Windy City, including near O'Hare Airport, forcing passengers to walk the interstate to catch their flights. There were other demonstrations in the U.S. yesterday, including in Philadelphia, California's Bay Area, Oregon, and Washington State.
And now taking a turn to weather, definitely a sight for sore eyes as we're definitely seeing some warmer temperatures. I mean,
Yes.
Imagine taking a walk in this. This is great.
Yes, it was very sunny. It hit 82 today. I wasn't really expecting such warm weather like that, but I was very grateful.
Yes, for sure. Ryan Hill has a look at our forecast for tonight.
Warmest day of the year. How do you like that? We're holding on to some warmer weather, but unfortunately some changes are due. And changes like this don't come without big storms. You see that green line? That was a 1 out of 5. A warm front has moved its way through our area. And you've got some moisture, not much instability, but enough. As you can see right here, that thin line of storms. So we're going to be watching that for late tonight. As we pan on out, you can see they do actually look pretty interesting. So we're going to be tracking that. We have another bump of severe weather tomorrow. Got the carnival in our forecast. And why is the weather looking like March? Going to do some parkour back a month. All that and more in my full forecast. Back to you, Alex and Kamara.
All right, Ryan, thank you. Now, a year's worth of rain has flooded Dubai and closed airports temporarily. Now, extremely heavy rainfall is occurring across the United Arab Emirates today, with Dubai International Airport totaling 3.9 inches in a span of just 12 hours. Now, that's according to a weather observation at the airport, and UN statistics also showing that this is around what Dubai averages in an entire year. Now, the extreme rainfall resulted in flooding in the city and the airport, which briefly caused the airport to suspend its operations. Now, the rain is associated with an area of low pressure crossing the Arabian Peninsula and moving across the Gulf of Oman. Now, the storm system is also bringing unusually wet weather to Oman, Qatar, and southeastern Iran. All right, after the break, United Airlines faces some criticism for their safety guidelines.
And the Justice Department is filing a lawsuit against a major entertainment company. Find out who next.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew a girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Man, it's lonely. Like, going through life lonely.
There is the therapeutic aspect of music, just expressing how you feel. I'm going to talk to Howie about his feelings, make it into a song.
Welcome back. The union representing American Airlines pilots says it's seen a, quote, significant spike in safety issues on flights. Now get this, the Allied Pilots Association warned members of ongoing problems, including tools left in aircraft wheel wells, collisions involving planes being towed on runways, and pressure to get planes back in service to maintain performance goals. Now, the warning comes after a series of recent incidents in the airline industry. For example, last month alone, there were a dozen incidents on United Airlines flights. And then in January, a door plug blew out of an Alaska Airlines plane. But in its message to pilots, the union said these incidents could have just as easily happened on American flights. It's urging members to report problems and resist being rushed or intimidated when it comes to safety issues.
The Justice Department is planning to file an antitrust lawsuit against Live Nation. That's according to the Wall Street Journal, citing people familiar with the matter. Live Nation, which is the parent company of Ticketmaster, has faced issues in the past over its dominance in the ticketing industry. Now, critics suggest it's only able to raise ticket prices because of a lack of competition. But Live Nation claims prices are determined by the artists, teams, and venues, as well as supply and demand. Lawmakers started raising questions about the company's practices since the pre-sale meltdown of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour in 2022. CNN has reached out to both the DOJ and Live Nation for comment.
Nice weather starting out the night, but I've got some storms in the forecast and a big cool down. All the details on how long we stay in some 50s in the forecast right after the break.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I have, I spend with them. It doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try and to teach them. When they learn something new, and you can just see in their faces, it's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
When tornadoes touched down in parts of our viewing area, NewsLink Indiana kept you informed days in advance.
You do need to be seeking shelter.
Marginal risk of severe weather.
And days after.
The roof has been ripped completely off of this house,
giving you a first-hand look at the communities affected.
When your neighbors lose their house and you don't, how lucky you are.
The first to alert you of severe weather before it happens. NewsLink Indiana Weather.
Can't believe you're doing this alone. I've done it before. I remember you threw your back out. How you holding up? Hand me that board. Nothing wrong with getting help. I'm good. I did it when Felicia left. I'll figure it out. I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone, that's all I'm saying. If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence? Now you need my help. It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that? Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Welcome back. The time is now 9:11, and you're taking a live look outside the Foundational Science Building. Oh my goodness, it's nice day for a walk today. Really nice. So, Ryan, what do you got for us in terms of the rest of the week?
Oh yeah, baby, that looks very nice and clear. Nice night for a walk indeed. I do have a little bit of concern about what this radar is telling me right now. This might be a little bit of false activity going on right there, because based on what that camera shot showed you, it seems pretty clear. And I mean, look at this stuff. It's right over us. It's still probably drier in the lower levels, so we've got to overcome that first before we get stuff through our area yet. Meanwhile, look at all these temperatures here. 76 in Muncie, 77 in Shelbyville. You look all throughout our area, it is nothing but beautiful out there. And if we were still in the sun, nothing but blue skies. I remember auditioning with that. That was a beautiful song. Well, beautiful weather, 83 degrees, and we were 5 degrees away from our record, 88. I mean, it was enough that it felt like June 15th, somewhere around then, but come on, man, it's beautiful. And to say that we're probably going to be right at our average high for a low tonight, I mean, wow, this weather is off the hook. But that does come with a little bit of a price. You've got this green line indicating where there is a marginal or 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather. Now, what that tells us here is that an isolated storm or two could become severe, and the main threat is damaging wind, but I wouldn't be surprised with the atmospheric profile that some of these storms could put out some hail. So be on the lookout for that, but it's not going to be that widespread, not too significant. However, tomorrow, that bears some watching. We have a 2 out of 5 risk over pretty much all the NewsLink Indiana viewing area, and that's for an expanded list of different hazards. You could get some damaging winds, hail, and even an isolated tornado spin-up or two before that area of storms moves out. So let's time that out really and see what we're looking at. This is actually looking a little bit more exciting tonight. Not so exciting for those who are trying to sleep. 2 a.m. Wow. We get a little respite right there, 6 a.m. It's nice and clear, but this clearing is exactly what these storms need to form. You see some of that action by Marion, and it really gets going right over there. You see these intense echoes right past Portland, Winchester. I stopped there a little bit like, ooh, geez, they've been through some wild weather this semester, and even down towards Knightstown, so we've got some activity there. So what's that going to do with our temperatures? Look at that low tonight. Wow, just incredible. We shift that to a 72 tomorrow. Another frontal system passes through on Thursday. Got a warm front right there, focus for some thunderstorms, and then we'd really drop that bottom out. And then here's your 7-day forecast. I was going to talk about that carnival forecast. Wow, I wish we called it the Cardinal Carnival. But that would have been a tongue twister. Look at that 59. We're not going to do too bad for that day. But let me tell you, 52 with a low in the mid-30s. Yuck. I'm not really a big fan of that. But we bring back that 65 for Thursday. So you guys ready for the carnival? What do you got planned?
Hey, you know, it's going to be a little warm out, and I'm okay with that.
Yes.
I don't know what your plans are for carnival.
I won't make it to the carnival, but I have been seeing it in the parking lot, and it looks really fun. There's a lot of rides out there. Will be some food out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
Going to be cooler, though.
One thing, though, I think we need to lower the temperature in the studio because I think we're still on winter time. It's a little warm.
I feel you on that 100%.
All right. Thank you so much, Ryan. We've got a preview of sports. Xander Woods.
2 Ball State programs back in action on the road today, and
Greek gridiron, how fraternity life clashes in intramural sports. All this and more next in sports.
It's something about having that piece of paper. Some people think that's worth more than my skills.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
You just gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Analytics and empathy. That's how I've gained clients.
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
¿Qué color? Perfecto, mijo.
Gracias. Thank you.
What's wrong, mijo?
Donating to a pet's medical care is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
At night, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal Weather, bringing you up to speed on the day's top stories.
And giving you up-to-the-minute conditions from the Ball State Weather Center.
And of course, lots of fun.
I gave mine personality. Look, it's got eyebrows.
Ooh.
My lucky glove didn't even work.
But I also am excited for those fall temperatures.
Start your Friday mornings with Cardinal Weather, live on the Cardinal Weather Facebook page.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Xander Woods with sports. Ball State baseball travels northwest to take on Purdue to take on the Boilermakers. The Cardinals took an early lead in the second inning, going up 1-0, but the Boilermakers steamrolled the Birds in the bottom on the third with 7 straight runs. Ball State scores 2 more runs before Purdue sealed the game in a 4-run 7th inning, ending the game early in a 13-3 run rule. The Cardinals will head to Kalamazoo, Michigan to get back into action against Western Michigan on Friday. To keep it on the field, the Cardinals softball team travels southeast to take on the Miami Redhawks in a doubleheader. Ball State came in on a 5-game win streak but got shut down early in Game 1 by the Redhawks in a 3-8 loss. After a 4-run first inning, Miami scored in every inning after that except the 6th to seal the deal. The second game had the same ending in a 2-4 Cardinal loss. The Cardinals had only 8 total hits in the 2 games. The Cardinals now fly back to the nest to take on Akron on Saturday. The game of basketball means so much to so many, but NewsLink Indiana's Andy Newman found that for one group of Cardinals, it's all about community.
The game of basketball isn't every player's first love.
Basketball's never my first choice when I was younger. I was more of a runner.
Freshman Rowan Walker's running career ended nearly 4 years ago when numbness in the freshman's legs made it difficult to walk, let alone run. And Walker knew finding a path forward would take positive momentum.
Coming to terms that I'm never going to be able to run like I used to can be very disheartening. But it did help finding a community here.
And that community is the Wheelchair Basketball Club, sponsored by the Alliance of Disability Awareness and the Student Government Association at Ball State. But for Walker and the rest of the participants, it isn't just about the basketball. It's
the people, for sure. Communities like these, I'm able to connect more with people rather than other communities where I feel more of like an outcast. Whereas in these kind of communities, I feel like I fit in.
And for others, it's all about the opportunity to give it a shot.
I've always loved basketball, but it was always hard for me to play. But now that I'm here, I'm so happy to be playing the sport that I finally watch. Even though I'm not that great at it, it's still good just to feel like I'm able to play.
And while the team is still working to master the game, the basketball itself is purely secondary.
no matter what we're encouraging of each other. Some of us might not be able to make baskets, but we'll sit there and cheer each other on and help each other out.
The organization plans to stick around next school year and will be on the lookout for new Cardinals to find a home in the nest. In Muncie, Andy Newman, NewsLink, Indiana.
To throw it over to the turf, Ball State intramural sports is helping fraternities grow closer. NewsLink Indiana's Jake Dickman went to Schumann Stadium to learn more. As a disclaimer, members of NewsLink Indiana are participants in intramural sports and in Greek life.
It's like I'm playing for Mike New.
For college students, intramural sports can be an enjoyable way to exercise with friends. But according to Ball State Intramural's competitive lead, Blake Saylor, the Greek leagues for fraternities can bring a different atmosphere.
They talk about it outside of like the night. You hear about it, they talk about who won this, who won that. They know the history a lot.
This well-kept history of who beat who only adds to the level of competition, says Phi Delta Theta Jr. Gunnar Miller.
You know, you don't just want to be, a pushover. You don't just want to go out there and, it is fun. You like to see them have fun too, but at the same time it is competitive. You don't just want to roll over and let them score. You want to make them sweat a little bit.
But the benefits of this league can be seen off the field as well, claims Sigma Phi Epsilon Vice President Carter Dishman.
We have a bigger frat on campus, so a lot of different guys. So coming out here with them together, a lot of guys I don't see a lot, schoolwork, stuff like that. But seeing them out here, having some fun with them, playing some football, I feel like it's strengthened me a lot. So.
And the venue for the games? None other than under the floodlights of Schumann Stadium, further adding to the atmosphere.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Every kid's dream, playing under the lights, It's a nice stadium, D1 facility, So it's a lot of fun, yeah.
But no matter how competitive the games can get, the goal is still for the students to enjoy themselves.
It's fun. I hope to keep having fun. Hopefully we get some wins.
This is where students can kind of come out and enjoy themselves, watching sports, playing sports that they might not want to get too involved in or just want to come out, play with friends.
In Muncie, Jake Dickman, NewsLink, Indiana.
Every kid's dream to play under the lights. And to play at Schumann, definitely someone's dream.
Oh, for sure,
Yes.
Especially getting to see all the Greek life coming together, and that's really what it's all about, creating a sense of community and brotherhood. It's all great things to see for Ball State, for sure.
It definitely is. And coming up, we are saying goodbye to 3 special seniors.
And we have one final look at weather next.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of the hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Ryan, how about that 7-day forecast? It's definitely looking a little warm, and we're getting ready for summer.
At least we start out warm. We're still in the 70s, but we've got that temperature crashing down to about 51 by the time we hit the weekend. about your Saturday. Yeah, I'm not too thrilled about that, but at least we work our way back to something much more normal. 65 by Tuesday, I can give you.
Okay. Well, you know, it's also, you know, your last show today, but you know,
yours too.
You know.
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
There we go.
My last 7 days.
So it's like I always say, it's always fitting that your last show is some nice weather. Maybe a little bit of rainy, maybe rainy, windy, but I'm sure we can power through. Look at that weekend.
Oh wow, yeah, that is absolutely amazing. You don't usually get a weather forecast like that.
No.
To say sayonara to everyone with, but I gotta tell you, when I came here 3 years ago, I was this second degree transfer, and oh, hi guys. I was a second degree transfer who lived an hour away, and I gotta tell you, moving to this campus from Ohio State University, I had my friend group all together. I was not sure how this is gonna work out, but during this experience, it gave me an incredible opportunity here at Ball State. Not only did he bring me here to this incredible award-winning newsroom, but he also helped me find family here as I connect and grow with the hard-working, driven, and caring Cardinals that make this place such an amazing nest to grow and truly soar, to truly fly. I want to thank Lexi Esterly. I believe she was in one of those photos. Oh, this goes back right there. And Ryan Crump, hey, there he is. Former assistant chief, for the invaluable advice and mentorship that grew into my first meaningful friendships here. These were the catalysts for amazing growth and true connection during these early days with breaking down the science and my initial live shows with Waking Up with Cardinal Weather. There it is. I'd like to thank Dr. Call, Dr. Zimmerman, Dr. Hitchens, Dr. Zaman, the whole geography and meteorology department. You guys are tops. The advice, the tutelage, the depth of tutelage that you have given me to help perfect my forecasting as well as reaching out to people. I am just so in awe of the kind of people that you are and the work that you do. Man, our driven chief, Hope Kleitsch, I'm immensely grateful for the understanding, the profound kindness and sage advice during calm and in storm, especially using the phrase, turn around, don't drown. Who'd have known that you could use that not only for severe weather and flooding, but you could also use that to face life's circumstances and grow and move on from the tough times. Thank you. I'm very proud to be a part of this team. I've also loved to thank my family, and an extended family too. I see some of you here today, and I can't leave that NewsLink Indiana team. I've got plenty of news directors here. I've got Anna Chalker. I've got my first news director for live shows right here in Logan Salzbrenner. This is a great crowd right here. We're right in front of kind of a live studio audience here. But and to my family, and to the extended family out there, New Jersey, California, Texas, wherever you are, you have been by my side throughout some amazing, incredible highs and lows. And Caitlin, bestie, hey, you at the Ohio State Army ROTC and at Mount Carmel College of Nursing. You're going to kick some serious butt, and your immense positivity and your inspiration to be positive, to stay positive in all the ways as you have inspired me to push forward, stay in touch, and confident with not only who I am, but also who I need to be, who I want to be. And all of that powered me through some incredible times, including covering a tornado warning, sitting at that green screen right over there, standing over there, readying people in Winchester for the storm of their lifetime, and evacuating the studio and going through all that experience. I had all of this prep for that, but it could never really prepare you for the real thing. And you get that right here. You get an amazing experience right here. I don't think you get it anywhere else than here at Ball State and here with NewsLink Indiana and here with
there you go.
All right by my side.
Well, again, Ryan, we appreciate all your hard work throughout the few years, and you're definitely an asset to this organization. There's some big shoes to fill. So thank you so much, Ryan. Now, our next goodbye goes out to Sam Robinson, who joined NewsLink Indiana as a production member in 2020. This year, he also joined our digital team and has become a multifaceted staff member over the years. Sam, we want to give you the floor to share your goodbye as well.
Hey, thanks, Alex. So, yeah, I joined NewsLink last year. So far, I've learned so much from both our directors for NewsLink, Grace, and as well as for production department. I've learned from Corinne and everyone else there as well. I've learned things such as doing a cam op, teleprompter, directing, and all those skills I've learned have helped me so much. With that experience, I've been able to land the job in Indianapolis, and my biggest regret was not joining NewsLink Indiana sooner, and the experiences have helped me along the way.
All right, well, thank you, Sam, for all the work that you have done. And our final goodbye of the night goes to our assistant news director, and I've had the honor of being his co-anchor, Alex Almanza. Alex joined NewsLink Indiana as an anchor and reporter in 2020, and he has served on our executive team as assistant production manager in 2022 and managing editor in the fall of 2023. Alex, before you say your goodbye, we like to say our goodbyes.
Congratulations, Alex.
It's been awesome watching you cover stories from East Central Indiana, Michiana, and now in Central Indiana. We are so proud of you.
And we're so excited to see what you do, but first, enjoy your last few weeks of college.
Hey Alex, I'm so proud of you and so happy for you. I can't believe you're graduating, but I know you're going to do such great things in Indy, and I can't wait to watch you on your journey.
Hi Alex, happy graduation and congratulations on everything you've accomplished these last 4 years. You are the true definition of a journalist and you've made a lasting impact on this organization. And I'm glad our journey doesn't stop there at NewsLink Indiana as we get to now be co-workers at WTHR. I'm so excited to see what you do throughout the future, and I know you're going to make a lasting impact wherever you go.
Hi Alex, it's awesome to see you. We have just been so honored to be able to watch you on NewsLink every night, even here while we're at WTHR. We just want to say we're super happy to have you here, and it's been awesome to watch you grow at NewsLink as a journalist and as a mentor to everyone else at Ball State.
Yeah, Alex, this is awesome to have you here, man. I know this has been many years in the making, and honestly, this is just super exciting. We're so blessed to have you, and can't wait to see what you do next. Remember to fill out that 401k, and we'll see you on Monday.
Right, chirp, chirp.
Chirp, chirp.
Hey, Alex, I just want to wish you all of the best as you embark on this new journey in your life, and I'm so proud of everything that you have done over the past several years.
Congratulations, Alex. I hope you had a great last show. Thank you so much for all of your hard work and dedication over the semester, and also being a tag team duo with me as we took on our senior year together on exec. So I'm so excited to see what you do in these next upcoming months in your new role. And again, thank you so much for all the fun times, all the memories, and all of the hard working times as well.
Alex, it's your last night anchoring NewsLink Indiana forever. Holy crap, I can't believe we're here. It seems just like yesterday. We were scared little freshmen in the newsroom, and now we're big old seniors leaving in 3 weeks. I'm so incredibly proud of you, of everything you've accomplished over the past 4 years, 5 years since high school. So thankful for our friendship, and so thankful for you, for everything you've done to help me and others in the newsroom and in just our friendships.
Mr. Almanza, Alex, the son of news, congratulations on a fantastic 4 years with this organization. You're the epitome of everything that is correct and right with this organization, and I appreciate all the time and effort that you put in over the years, and you will be greatly missed. I know that you're going to be doing fantastic things down in Indy with WTHR, and I just can't wait to see what's next. Thank you once again for everything that you've done for me and everyone else in this organization. Love you, buddy.
Hey, Alex! We just want to wish you a very well goodbye. I know that I've learned a lot from you. You taught me how to produce, and I am executive producer now thanks to you. So thank you for all you taught me.
Hey Alex, thank you again so much. You took me under your wing for managing editor, and I'm so excited for you, and thank you again for everything you've done for me, and I just really appreciate it.
Alex, you're probably the funniest person in the newsroom, and I'm gonna miss your witty jokes more than anything else. But thanks for being a great assistant news director, and good luck finding an apartment in Indy. Oh, and at WTHR 13.
Thank you so much for everything you've done. I feel like in every position possible, production to news to literally anything, you've been able to step in, which at NewsLink we all appreciate you so much. And can't wait for the things you're going to do at WTHR.
Bye! Congratulations, Alex. It's amazing to see all of your accomplishments so far, and I have no doubt that you have a bright future ahead of you. I am a proud mom, and I'm so blessed to have you as a son. All your family is rooting for you. Can't wait to see what God has in store for you. Love you.
All right. Well, I lost.
You got this, man.
Oh, you know, it's always great to share with the desk with everyone here, and I've shared this desk with countless other people, and I'm glad to have shared it with all of you. And you know, it starts more than just here at NewsLink. It started years ago, and I promise I'll go super quick. But you know, it all started with a Hi8 video camera. A camera that for my entire childhood captured the most precious moments of life. My first, second, third birthdays, vacations with mom and dad. You can see right there, the day my little brother was brought home for the very first time. I've got a whole box of tapes sitting at home, I promise. I still haven't even seen the light of day, but I can guarantee you that the person that appears in almost all of those tapes, yours truly. Because it's almost like I was destined to be in front of the camera, and only because I made sure that I was front and center. But I loved being the start of the show. And you bet that every time I saw my dad pull out the tapes and the camcorder, I was ready to put on quite the performance. It wasn't until my later years when my dad came up to me and said, "Now be careful with this camera. I'm giving this to you. Be very careful with it." From that moment on, the light bulb flickered on. I was making mini movies about the most random things, not really much context, capturing things that really interested me. I wanted to be a movie director at the time, which is kind of interesting, telling stories that I just didn't know how yet. I didn't really know how to tell those stories. So when it came to high school, choosing some of those classes, one of them that kind of reinstated that flame was the broadcast media and film program. For me, you know, I still kind of had that storytelling bug inside of me. I always wanted to kind of tell those stories. And then kind of going forward, Ball State in 2019, I went to a visit, and that's the day I decided to come to NewsLink. And from then on, I landed various jobs, job as a reporter and photojournalist at WNDU in South Bend, and now as a photojournalist at WTHR in Indianapolis. And, you know, the rest is history. So for 4 years at NewsLink, what could possibly keep me coming back? Surprisingly, it wasn't the hard-hitting stories or the impressive Monday through Friday on-air presence or even all the awards. It's been you all, and you all here in the studio, and you all in the control room. Now, I'll be honest, senior year, one of the toughest years of my life. Going into this, I never anticipated the obstacles that would present themselves to me. But this year, I finally realized that this is home. It's been my home away from home, and I'll always cherish these moments. Huge thank you to people who have mentored me throughout some of these years. Gabe Pro for being a welcoming presence, Annie Keister, Seth Toko, Anna Chalker, Lindsay Kendall, Brittany Dobbins, Grace Benkowski, Logan Salzbrenner, Corinne O'Neill, Andy Newman, the list goes on, and also to all our underclassmen stepping up to the plate. You're in good hands. Also a huge thank you to my mentors, past and present at WNDU and WTHR, and Tim Richardson, Erica Celeste at Riley High School for always rooting me on. And thank you to Mom and Dad for being so supportive of me, dealing with the crazy schedule and always being a shoulder to lean on for advice. I could have never done this without you, and you all as well. Now, I owe the biggest thank you to you all at home as well for inviting me into your living rooms each and every night. It's been the experience of a lifetime. In the famous words of CBS News legend Walter Cronkite, and that's the way it is. Tuesday, April 16th, 2024. Good night.